What is up, guys? Poledoo here. Welcome back to some more Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Today is our final monastery, and actually this is the second part of this recording. As you can see down here, I actually have started this chapter, but I skipped all the dialogue, all the story stuff, so I could go ahead and grind all the supports. We have all of them. All the ones we were wanting to get, and like the extra ones that we were seeing. Okay, if we can, we'll push for them. All of them are there. So I don't know how long this video will be, but the final support block that we're gonna get for this very last monastery should be pretty beefy. But let's return and see what's gonna go down. Because again, I mentioned a few episodes ago, I know what the final boss of this path is. I have no guesses as to how that happens. And this is the last chapter. So I guess let's find out.
Part 2. Silver Snow. Verdant Rain Moon. Following a Dream. The ambitions of those who slither in the dark are forever shattered with Shambhala's destruction. But in the process, Rhea is grievously injured. What fate awaits her, and who will bear the weight of Fódlan on their shoulders?
Hang in there, Lady Rhea. She needs help. Hurry!
That's a serious injury. It's a miracle that she's even alive right now. I'll do what I can, but...
Well, she just took like a nuke to the face. It's fine.
5 years ago, when this place fell, an enormous white creature appeared on the battlefield. It was the Immaculate One. Rhea.
Yeah.
What? You already knew her true identity?
I mean, she transformed in front of us, so... Yeah? What do you mean you suppose so? We talked to her and then she like just fucking jumped off the cliff, you know? Turned into a dragon.
I see. In the past, the children of the goddess were all able to change their appearance, just like the Immaculate One. I lost that power long ago, but it seems Rhea has not.
They're one of the children of the god? Oh, I guess... Yeah, I guess Violet doesn't know this yet? If you don't take into account, like,
Is it not obvious?
supports and shit?
Flayn and I both are. We have protected Garreg Mach and all of Fódlan for a very long time. But now, the light of Rhea's life is on the verge of disappearing from this world. It is flickering.
Wait, okay, so he said... he lost that power a long time ago. Can Flayn still turn?
I do not know if she can be saved. Even if she is, I wonder if she will remain unchanged.
Professor, are you able to carry on Rhea's work? As the protector of Fódlan, and as leader of the people who live here, you must defend the people, guide them and teach them, join their hearts and spread peace across the whole of the land.
It is not as though you must become the Archbishop, but Fódlan needs leadership. It is up to you to govern this war-torn land. You need not reply right this moment. We will strive to heal Rhea as best we can.
Perhaps it would help to seek counsel from our friends at the monastery about this matter.
I agree. When your mind is made up, please speak with me. I would ask that you give me your decision in the presence of Rhea herself.
Okay. So it was kind of the, you know, the plan from the get-go. But now, I mean, it can't be Rhea, which I guess in this... rescuing Rhea, I think... I don't know, there's a few things a bit foggy, and my memory's trash. So, I'm trying to think back to the start of this. Since the time skip, rather. You know, we were trying to rescue Rhea, and trying to I guess, put a stop to the war, we knew doing so, we would need, like, one leader? But I suppose there was equal parts, like, it could be you, which was, like, talked about early on. But now that Rhea's back, safe, she's alive and everything, I guess there's more like, well, I mean, why doesn't she just do it? But now she's just, like, dying or whatever. So now it's more so like, oh, no, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and reaffirm that, yeah, you should probably do it. But not necessarily the church. So that makes me think, I mean, I guess Seteth would be ready to step up in that point. Like, if Rhea were to die, because we're healing her, and they're like, I don't know, this is a lot to heal. Would we take both roles? Would Seteth take a role and then me take another? Oh. Maybe some of that confusion will be talked about. I don't think it is. I think most of the confusion is just me anyway. But okay, yeah, final monastery. Like I said, I've done everything, so gonna hop over to that side of recording, hop in the monastery, talk to everyone, and then it is well, I guess then it's time to lock in our S support. And then it's time for our support block.
Can it really be? Are we truly at peace? To think that my days will not be spent debating war tactics and preparing for battles, it doesn't quite feel real. Now that we are finally at peace, I'm not quite sure what to do with myself. That sounds challenging for how easy it must actually be. As long as I have a routine in place for myself, I can find contentment.
I heard you might become the next leader of Fódlan. Personally, I'm into the idea. If you have the chance, you'll take it, right? I'd say go for it. I want to see how you clean up this messy old continent of ours. That might be something I can get excited about.
Phew. It's all over, Professor. Though I am worried about Lady Rhea. But still, Fódlan is united, and those terrible people lurking in the dark have finally been destroyed. Looks like it's the dawn of a wonderful new era. Of blissful seclusion for Bernie. Woohoo! You finally did it, Bernie! Now take your reward of eternal peace and quiet!
War has been ended. I will now be returning to Bridget. I hope in the new Fódlan, Bridget can be accepted with friendship. When my professor becomes the leader, I think that will have a possibility. Please, choose well. Yes. Now, I must be packing.
All right! We did it, Professor! We really gave it to him out there! With all the fighting and hardships, I don't know how we did it, but I'm glad we made it through together. Now all we gotta do is make you the new ruler. That's gonna be a fun coronation.
I can tell that things will settle down soon enough. Gotta get back to slinging wares and making moolah. And hopefully no more messes to spoil it after this.
The most important thing we can do now is to pour all of our efforts into rebuilding the church and the monastery. We've relied on Lady Rhea and Seteth up till now, but after all this, we'll need to do our part too. The church may even need to go through some changes to catch up with the times.
Just when I thought bringing the Empire down would end the war, you had to fight where? Against whom? The noble knights of Saros won't tell us commoners any meaningful details, but at least that's the end of the fighting, right? Thanks for writing it out all this time.
I've got to write a letter to my family. They're waiting in my old hometown. I've got to tell them I'll be coming home soon. I mean, what else could possibly happen?
This last series of battles was swift but vicious. Myrden, Gronder, Mercius. Many of our allies lost their lives in those battles, but now we finally avenged our fallen friends.
I don't think anybody would bat an eye if it was Seteth who ascended the throne. But really, I think we can all agree that the role of tough but fair second-in-command suits him best.
Well done, Professor. We have brought the war to a magnificent conclusion. The Empire, Alliance, and Kingdom are no more, nor are there any factions that could blindside us and cause conflict. Now it falls to us to rule Fódlan and bring about an era of peace and prosperity. You would be a fine choice for the first ruler of this new era. I sincerely believe that. So your heart is already set on it. Excellent. In that case, congratulations are in order. I will follow you, Professor. I aim to be a great and respectable noble.
Lady Rhea was injured. How could such a thing happen? Wasn't she supposed to be resting? I can't believe she'd put herself in danger by going into battle in that state. Oh, Goddess, please save Lady Rhea.
Finally, an end to the fighting. Have you ever felt happier? I've worried that I might not live to see this day, but here we are, and everything is going to be okay, isn't it? My heart feels like it's ready to burst. I'm so full of happiness, yet I feel a sense of loss, too. Yes, we certainly did. But we managed to keep a great many things safe as well. Please do what you can to keep the peace, so we never have to face such awful times again.
Those who slither in the dark will never harm anyone again. They're finally done for. Thank you, Professor. Finally, I feel some vindication for what I've gone through. Ah, Professor. Ever the modest one. I do like that aspect of you. As long as I'm of use here, I'm happy to stick around, Professor.
Everyone in the Knights of Seiros is eagerly awaiting your ascension to the throne, Professor. With the ability and virtue you've shown, you've demonstrated all the qualities the leader of a united Fódlan needs. If you're still wavering, we hope you will make your mind up soon.
Hey, Professor! The war is finally really definitely over now, right? We're not gonna find out that there was some evil, shadowy figure hiding behind the subterranean guys, are we? Well, whatever. No matter what comes, I know that we can triumph in the end. I feel invincible. A nice perk of being your student, don't you think?
I've heard that you'll take over as the ruler of this new land. Is that true? And here I thought you'd take over for Lady Rhea as Archbishop. We'll be lonely here in the monastery if you leave. Oh, hey! Why don't we make Garreg Mach the new capital?
Once Lady Rhea is fully recovered, she will resume her role as the Archbishop of the Church. In which case, I do believe you would be the obvious choice for the ruler of the new royal bloodline.
Lady Rhea stopped the forces that threatened to destroy Fódlan. She's trying to realize her dream of peace. Isn't that enough? Can't you let her rest? If you're the only person who's fit to replace her, you should just do it. I'm sure Lady Rhea wishes for that too, right? I can't think of anyone who's more well-suited to the job.
All the lords of the Old Kingdom seem to be pouring their efforts into rebuilding their own domains. But without a royal family in place, they can't seem to reach any sort of agreement, and so the work can't progress. A lot of territory in the Old Empire doesn't even have any lords right now, so there are concerns about peace and prosperity breaking down in large areas. It is the duty of the victor to restore order. We must rebuild and reunite as soon as we can.
The day is ours, Professor. And this victory will ensure our names are immortalized in history. Or perhaps this is but the opening chapter in the tale they will write of our glory. After all, if you are to rule this reunited land, surely there is bound to be a place for me at your side. I read your mind, didn't I? Fear not. I will not fail to rise to the occasion. Regardless, your decision will have an impact on my future, so be sure to make it a good one.
Congratulations on a job well done, Professor. I do hope Lady Rhea is well. Is it true what I heard? You'll be taking over her post? Would that make you Archbishop? Or higher still? Am I in the company of the future ruler of Fódlan? So you've already decided. Such proactive thinking is the hallmark of a good ruler. Me? I have no interest in a leadership role. I'm happy to spend the rest of my days studying and napping.
Shambhala, an underground city with an entirely different lineage than the goddess? Strange phenomena, driven by a source totally alien to the crest that we understand. Most unsettling. Could it be magic? Some manner of technology? I would like to know the truth of it all. Very much so. I want to know their history, their knowledge. Why do you suppose they chose this place to occupy? No, I suppose you wouldn't. It seems we will have to excavate Shambhala to know more. Although I heard you will be the ruler here. Should I ask your permission to proceed with the dig?
Life can be tough, you know. But if you've got your friends to help you through, it can be a lot easier.
Maybe you butt heads sometimes, but that's okay. That's how you build bonds, right? And I've got friends, Professor, plenty of those. It's true love that seems to have passed me by. But where is my true love to be found? Where is my ray of hope? At this point, you're the only man who pays attention to me. I guess I'll have to take what I can get.
I have faith in Lady Rhea's convalescence. But even so, what she needs now is rest. And while she is recovering, somebody must watch over Fódlan. There is no one more fit to wear such a mantle than you, Professor. That is what I believe. I do not doubt the others feel the same.
Gerald, we've done it. We've finally brought this creaky old ship ashore. The fight was long and bitter, but finally, I can lay down my burden. Oh, it's you! Don't creep up like a ghost. Next time, announce yourself. Whether or not you choose to succeed Lady Rhea, I will forever be by your side. You should live your life however you want. That's what the captain would say, I think.
Professor, do you figure Lady Rhea will be okay? She will, won't she? I don't care one bit who'll succeed Lady Rhea, because nobody's gonna need to. She's gonna be happy and healthy again. You'll see.
The war is finally over. I have to admit, even I got a little emotional. Rhea's condition doesn't look good. There's nothing to do now but wait. More importantly, are you serious about becoming Fódlan's new ruler? It's pretty sudden. Either way, do what you think is best.
Well, is your mind made up? I understand. Just know that we are applying all our power right now toward healing Rhea. You should take this opportunity to speak with everyone. I'm certain it will do you good.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Say, how is the Archbishop faring? The soldiers and citizens are all concerned, just when we thought peace had finally arrived. What's to become of Fódlan?
So, you've managed to make it all the way to the end. For once, it seems, the stars were wrong. My reading of the stars predicted that, during the war, you would fall to your death. But that was 5 years ago. Perhaps the prediction was true for you then somehow.
War is over, pal. It's time to relax. Grab some drinks and let loose. Nothing makes a drink taste better than sharing it with the buddy who's fought at your side. Throw in some war stories and you've got yourself a party. That's it. Come on, lighten up and join in. Plenty of good times to go around. If you're not gonna have a drink with me, the least you can do is help me find a lucky lady to keep me company in your stead.
Thanks to my tireless efforts, the war is at an end. But the work of achieving my dream has only begun. House Nouvelle's name shall ring out once more. With my genius for spellcraft, you shan't be waiting long. I'm already deep into several promising avenues of research.
The war's over. For now. We need to think ahead to our next steps. And here you are, the new chosen leader of the land. Though, judging by your expression, you don't seem too enthused. It's hard to say how a region under your rule may turn out. But it'll be interesting to watch it unfold. If you end up on the throne, do me a favor and take care of the people of Abyss. I'd like to spread my wings and fly away someday.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. War is over, and it's all thanks to you. That's no small feat, and I bet it took a lot of hard work. On behalf of the world, thank you. On a personal note, I'm, chewing on an idea. Marriage. I'm thinking of getting hitched. If I do, I may have to move up top. The idea of leaving my post is terrifying, to be honest. Not sure what a life up top would even look like. But for her, I'll figure it out. She's worth it.
All right. It's the final day of the month. Before announcing a decision, Poledoo visited the cemetery. Oh, I was like, I gotta hit A.
Sorry. It looks like I'm going
going to have to leave you now. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love, as well as I love her.
Someone I love. Alright, so... I've mentioned it before, it was the plan pretty much since I finished the Golden Deer route. However many months ago that was now. Was whenever we do church, if we're joining the church, we might as well fuck the Pope. There's... With the whole, like, Sothis thing, there's a weird air about it. Yeah. But it's a video game. I'm not... It's not that serious. And apparently this is the only route you can actually choose this option. So I'm really curious to see it, one way or another. Otherwise, I'd go with Happy. If Rhea was not a choice, it would be Happy. Flat out. But, locking it in. And I guess, well, I was gonna say, I guess she'll survive. I guess we are gonna heal her. She'll, like, make it through. Or it's gonna be kind of like if you... The Sothis as support, which, actually is not actually an option in this route. It's an option on all the others. It's really strange. I was like, I guess the Rhea one, if she wouldn't die, or if she does die, doesn't live through this, I guess it could be like a, well, I'll live on for her and have like a sort of like in your head thing. I don't know. Either way, locking it in. Okay. So, the way I did like renown grinding and whatnot, I had a bunch of money. I still have a shitload of money. But I spent it on seeds, turned the seeds into renown, and that got everything I needed. The Hilda A, like I said at the start, all of them. Hilda A with Ferdinand and Caspar. I got the Bernadetta C and B with Ingrid. And I even double-checked to make sure there was nothing else that I'm missing. I've got, I would say, like 95% of every support in this game. The main ones I'm missing are, like, Golden Deer crossovers with other houses and, like, the new Ashen Wolves DLCs with, like, their respective, you know, other houses and lords. But I suppose let's save right here. And we're gonna go hop to the title screen. I have all the ones I skipped to continue getting renown. I have them all circled and written down here. So we're gonna hop and do this first. Support conversations. Let's start with, I mean, we're going all the way up to A, and then we gotta return. So there's the Catherine A with Caspar. The Hilda C through B plus with Caspar. And then same with Ferdinand in Hilda. You know what, let's do this one first, just to get this out of the way.
Bernadetta, please come out of your room. You've been in there for ages. You need to train.
No, sorry, not happening.
I'm not playing around, Bernadetta. This training is absolutely crucial to your future.
I don't care. I can't handle it today. Please leave.
Why did you come here?
Why did I come here? I didn't choose to join the academy. I was forced.
I suppose not everyone has to be pleased about being here. But even so, Bernadetta, I'll ask one more time. Please come out of there.
And I'll tell you one more time. It's not happening. Not right now. Not today.
You leave me no alternative.
She gonna bust the door down?
If you're near the door, you'd better step away.
Oh. Jesus.
Why?
Now hurry along, Bernadetta. You've got lots of training to catch up on.
Spare me! I'll train! I'll train! Just not with you. Anyone but you, please.
Is that so? That presents a problem. I know we are two very different people, but whether or not you like me,
We are on the same side and must learn to work together.
It's not about any of that! If this is how you treat people on your own side, what do you do to your enemies?
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. I did what was necessary to get you to comply. Nothing more. I do hope that the professor will be able to help you through the rest of your training. In the meantime, I will fix your door. Good luck.
Right. Okay. Good.
Alright, so that stops at B. Fucking Ingrid. That was mainly why I wanted to get this one. I was like, more Ingrid support? Sure. Alright. So, let's go to, I guess, Catherine? Where... Catherine and Caspar... A.
Hey, Catherine. I wanted to tell you I've decided to do things my own way.
I'm happy for you, Caspar, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, you know, in life and death situations like we talked about. I spent a lot of time thinking, but it was tough to figure out. Then, I realized I was wasting my time. I decided I should keep fighting the way that feels right to me.
I thought that might be your decision.
I've still got something important to ask you, though.
Something important, huh? Let's hear it.
Could you know, keep an eye on me?
What? Why?
I may have decided to do things my own way, but I'm sure I'll still mess up sometimes. I might be able to avoid any real damage if a Knight of Seiros has my back.
I see. Then I refuse.
Oh, great. Thanks so much. I knew you'd... What?
After deciding to take your own path, you ask someone else to watch over you?
Yeah, it does defeat the purpose.
It's like you can't think for yourself. Your simple-mindedness is kind of charming, but still.
I really thought you'd say yes. Now what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. I'm not your babysitter. You want someone to watch after you? Become the type of man people can't look away from.
Become a train wreck? Okay. So that's that one. And I think the others... Yeah, it's just Hilda's. So, let's hop... You know, while we're on Caspar.
That doesn't feel good at all. Ugh, why did he have to punch me so hard?
Hey, Caspar. Something the matter?
Oh, hi, Hilda. Yeah, I just got in a little fight. No big deal. Definitely won.
Yep, sure you did.
Your face is all swollen. That looks painful. Come on, let's get you to the infirmary.
No, that's really too much. Like I said, I'm fine.
Don't argue, just come along. You look ghoulish.
Huh? Maybe it's worse than I thought. Oh, whatever. It can't hurt to have it looked at.
You look ghoulish,
There,
goddamn.
that should do it. You'll be all right now.
Great. Thanks, Hilda. I had no idea you were so good at this.
I always tended to my big brother's wounds, so I have lots of experience. I'm curious, though. Why are you always getting into fights? You really got hurt. Surely it would have been better not to bother.
It's not like I go looking for fights, and I'm not always the one who starts them. There are just a lot of guys in this world who won't listen to reason. Somebody's got to beat some sense into them.
So that's why you're always picking fights. Why not ignore them, or ask someone else for help?
Maybe that's how you'd handle it, but I can't just look the other way.
How very gallant. But maybe you should try showing a little restraint.
You really think that?
Yes, I do. I don't think you can solve all your problems by throwing a few punches. The world's a big place. At this moment, all over Fódlan, countless people are in some kind of trouble. But they'll figure things out one way or another, even without you there. Try to hold back and see what happens. Maybe you'll be surprised. Besides, if you're always picking fights, you might get so badly injured that you can't protect me.
Now that's a good point right there. I guess I could give this whole restraint thing a shot.
Okay. That's a solid start. Then B.
There they go, starting another fight. I'm just gonna march over and... Wait, no. I have to restrain myself. I can't do it! Hey, you! Stop right there!
Poor Caspar. He can't stop himself. He does look quite heroic, though, and seems to be having a good time.
Good lord.
That takes care of that. Oh. Oh, no. Were you watching just now?
Who? Me? Watching what?
The fight that just happened? The fight that I definitely didn't start. I've been trying to restrain myself, like you said, and I've been so good about it, too. But they pulled me in. I tried to keep back, but... Okay, you got me. I can't restrain myself. I just don't have it in me. But the bad guys were dealt with, so it turned out fine, right?
Yes, completely fine. If that's what you want to do, who am I to complain?
Really? You're not gonna tell me how disappointed you are and that I need to be better? I figured you'd be mad, but you're actually smiling.
No use in getting mad. In fact, I found the whole spectacle very entertaining. You seem to be enjoying yourself.
I was. I mean, sometimes I just can't help myself and I gotta get out there. Wait a minute. So you were watching. Why didn't you try and stop me?
Me? Stop you? As if I would never voluntarily go to so much trouble. Besides, you were fighting with so much passion, I couldn't help but feel smitten.
Smitten? Wow. You must really love a good fight. I gotta admit, that one was pretty good. I guess I love fighting too.
Okay. This is real cute so far. And then we got B+.
You know, Hilda, I really appreciate how open-minded you are.
Oh? How do you mean?
People usually try to hold me back when I get into a fight. Not you, though. I like that about you. What was it again? You like a good fight? Yeah, I remember it now.
I'm not sure where you got that from. I try to avoid conflict of all kinds.
That can't be right. You complimented my fighting. Said you were smitten by it.
Well, if you really must know...
Was it the passion part?
I want to live freely, with nothing tying me down. So your uninhibited attitude does appeal to me. You don't let rules hold you back. You do things your way and no one else's.
That makes sense. I guess I am pretty impressive. You're really amazing too, you know that?
Oh, me? Amazing? Shucks. I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
I think most people like to force their ideas on everyone else. They'll tell someone off if they don't like how the other person is living. Try to make them change even if they don't want to. You're different though. You let people live however they want. There aren't a lot of people like you in the world.
Oh, stop. You're going to make me blush. No one's ever paid me so many compliments.
Come on, really?
My big brother liked to tell me how lazy and careless I was. I've gotten
so does
scolds
everyone
aplenty,
else.
but compliments, I'm not accustomed to.
That's surprising. But I don't think you should let it bother you so much. You shouldn't let anyone change you, or else you'll end up losing the qualities that make you so great.
I suppose you're right. Wow. Thanks, Caspar. We should live our own lives and stop worrying about others' opinions.
Hell yeah. Okay. That was nice. Now, Hilda and Ferdinand.
It just never ends. Oh, Ferdinand?
Hilda, do you need something?
I just have a tiny favor to ask.
I apologize, but I must graciously decline.
You didn't even let me say what it was.
I can proffer a guess. Instead of relying on others, why not try doing something on your own? Nobles should not be lazy or idle. We should accomplish our goals through earnest effort.
Easy for you to say. You're the very model of a diligent noble. Always contemplating the noblest course of action, never stopping to take a break. Your chore today was repairing the weapons, right? There are so many weapons here, and yet you're already done. That's pretty impressive.
It was nothing. Anyone could have done the same.
I don't think so. I certainly couldn't.
I do not believe that to be true.
Look at me. I'm supposed to be organizing these library supplies, but I have no idea where to start.
What could be difficult about such a task? You simply line them up and count them.
There are too many. Well, maybe it doesn't seem difficult to you, but that's just because you're so clever.
Granted, there might be some creative approaches to completing the task.
Oh? Please, enlighten me.
I can point you in the right direction. To start, divide them up by size.
Right. I'm with you so far. And then what?
Now, put similar items together. That makes it easier to get a handle on the numbers.
I see. Then what?
Now that you have arranged everything, you can begin counting. See how easy it is?
Wow! You did that in no time. You really saved my neck there. Thanks, Ferdinand. Bye!
I knew it.
It was nothing. I suppose I ended up doing her work after all.
Okay. C+.
Wow, I am thirsty. I could really go for something to drink.
Hilda, there you are.
Hey, Ferdinand. Thanks for your help earlier.
I do not desire your gratitude. I have a bone to pick with you. At the library, you pawned your job off on me.
Actually, I never asked you to do the whole thing. You started teaching me how and got carried away.
I mean, that's true.
Meanwhile, I was just awestruck by your cleverness and generosity.
Well. Hey, wait a moment. Your charms won't work this time. You were just using me.
Oh, that hurts my feelings. I really was awestruck. If I had to arrange all the library supplies on my own, I'd have been there past nightfall.
With a steady pace, you would have finished by twilight at the latest.
Oh no, I'm not competent enough, honestly. I don't even know how to make a cup of tea.
Oh boy.
You're
roping
quite a
him back in.
defeatist, Hilda. Hold a moment. Did you just say you cannot make tea?
That's right. I can't touch things that get hot. I'm always scared of getting burned.
Trust me, it is not difficult. You just need to be cautious as you are pouring. I can teach you.
Really? Great! Please teach me, Ferdinand.
This is a crucial skill for nobles, Hilda. If nothing else, you must learn the art of tea brewing. Look here. You bring the water to a boil, and you put the leaves in here. All right, that should be enough time steeping. Now we can drain the water, pour the tea, and enjoy.
That took longer than I expected. Well, thanks. Bottoms up.
You may have to steep it for more time or less, depending on the leaves. From now on, you can...
That really hit the spot. Thanks. I'm a slow learner, so I hope you'll teach me again sometime.
She fooled me again.
That she
was
did.
The last time. I swear it.
All right, and then B, and I think this is the last one we have that is sitting back here in the support log.
Ferdinand, there you are.
Stay back, Hilda. I will no longer entertain your clever little requests. Your wiles will not work this time.
You shouldn't yell at a noble maiden. It's a no-no, etiquette-wise. By way of an apology, you may brew me some tea.
I am sorry to have offended you, but delightful as it sounds, I will not be brewing any tea at present. Besides, I taught you how to do it before. You should be able to do it on your own, so why don't you?
You did show me how to do it, but I can't do it as well as you.
And why not?
You selected just the right leaves, and you boiled them just right. You even considered the room temperature and humidity.
Jesus, okay.
Then you set out just the right pot along with just the right cups. You immediately picked out a design that you knew I would like. When you poured, the temperature, the timing, and the technique were all impeccable.
You seem to know an awful lot about tea for someone who cannot even pour it.
No, not
Well.
really. Maybe I picked up a couple things from watching you. Even the sound of the liquid pouring into the cups was like music. Taken as a whole, it was an almost spiritual experience. A symphony for the senses.
I was just making tea in the traditional fashion.
Oh, I'm so flustered I'm not getting my point across. I'm trying to say that your tea is like love.
Okay.
You're devoted to bringing happiness to those who drink it. I could taste that from the first drop.
Well, when serving another, one must put in a little bit of love. But I must say, you surprise me. Not many are so attentive to the finer points of tea. I made quite the impression on you. Perhaps I ought to pour you another cup.
Really? Oh, thank you, Ferdinand.
I shall find us a suitable brew. Wait here a moment.
God damn it.
Oh, Ferdinand. So simple, and yet so kind.
Duped him 3 times. Alright, well, let's head back. So, let's do like kind of the same order we just did. Get rid of this one.
Ah, there you are. I just checked your room, but obviously you weren't in there.
Oh, you didn't break the door down again looking for me, did you?
Of course not. I'm not unreasonable. I just wanted to discuss something with you.
Discuss? Is that really all? Okay, I can handle that.
Firstly, I'd like to apologize for breaking down your door.
Seeing this in, it's like, hey, you know how I broke down your door 5 years ago? Because I guess this one, you probably can get before the time skip.
I'm sorry. It was perhaps a bit rash. There was a period of time, quite a while ago, when I acted much the same as you. I spent many hours locked away in my own room.
You did? Really?
Really. Because I understood where you were coming from, I knew I had to intervene. At a moment's notice, all you care for could be swept away. At that time, is it better to have wasted your energy hiding away? Or better to have spent it honing your skills so that you can lend a hand?
But even if I did train, what's the point? It's not like it would do much good.
Don't speak so disparagingly of yourself. It doesn't help things. You have plenty of strengths.
No, you think so?
Just look how quickly you sprint back to your room, for example. With more practice, I have a feeling you could outrun most anyone. You're also exceedingly talented in the arts. Surely there's a creative way to apply those talents on the battlefield. Stop wasting your breath and energy on putting yourself down. Just try your best. I'm not giving up on you. You have so much power in you, just waiting to be unleashed.
You really believe all that? That's so nice. All right. For you, Ingrid, I'll do it.
Excellent. Let's be on our way.
Hey, wait! Ah, what are you doing? I didn't agree to this! Put me down! Do you have to be so bouncy?
That got us here much quicker, don't you think? Let's begin. Let's warm up by sparring.
Oh, stop, please! I surrender!
Giving in so soon? There's no such thing as surrender on the battlefield.
Well, alright. At least those are done. And then let's finish the Catherine Caspar.
Yes! I did it! I finally got a hit on you!
Not bad. I didn't expect you to come this far.
I've been training non-stop, so it had to happen eventually. I've been using my head a lot more, too. I'm not the same old Caspar.
Then what kind of Caspar are you?
Well, if you're Thunder Catherine, then, I get to be... Lightning Caspar.
Okay.
No, that's no good. Fiery... No. Burning Caspar?
I wonder where all this fire of yours comes from.
It comes from wanting to fight by your side.
Sorry, what?
You said before that you don't want to keep an eye on me. Something about not being my babysitter?
Yes, I seem to recall saying something like that.
That's why I decided I needed to train and get to your level instead. I'm gonna keep getting stronger. That way I'll never have to leave your side. You and me were...
Stop. That's enough for now. You've only managed to hit me once. Let's see if you can actually beat me. If that happens, I'll hear your request.
Okay.
In that case, you'd better get ready. I'm real fired up now. You're gonna have to start calling me Inferno Caspar.
God damn it. Oh, and that's just how it ends. Okay, there's no like resolution of whether or not they fight side by side. I guess you can assume that he does well enough. Alright. But Caspar and Hilda A.
Hey, Hilda, can I ask you something?
Hey, Caspar. Sure, go ahead.
Well, you know that thing you do where you flirt with guys and get them to do stuff for you? Why don't you ever do that with me?
Oh, you want me to take advantage of you, eh? I'm happy to oblige. You're surprisingly sharp.
You know, I just... Wait, surprisingly? What's that supposed to mean?
I didn't think there was much point in taking advantage of you. You're not one to do favors. So I just never bothered. It seems like less trouble to do things myself.
You really think I'm so heartless that I wouldn't be willing to help you out? I'd be happy to help, depending on what it is you need.
That's not my style, though. I don't ask people to do favors for me. I prefer for them to notice what I want and offer to do it themselves. You're not attentive enough to notice, but you do notice that I'm working my charms on others. How bizarre.
I guess that makes sense. Sorry I've been so oblivious to your needs. But why can't you just ask?
Well, when I ask someone for help, it's awkward for them to say no. So they go along with it even if they don't want to. But when they offer to help, everyone feels better about themselves.
I mean, that's true.
Sure, but if your plan is to guilt someone into offering their help, isn't that the same or worse?
Depends. I don't know. I'd rather... I hate being asked, because, yeah, if it's something I don't want to do, I'd hate saying no. I might still say no, but, you know, yeah, it's that awkwardness.
Oh, my dear Caspar. Guilt isn't why they offer. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to feel like I'm constraining you. I like your carefree lifestyle.
I'm not sure I follow, but I like the way you live too. Not being tied down by anything or anyone sounds like a pretty easy life. I get that. If there's anything you really need help with, though, don't be afraid to ask me. Sometimes you can't afford to wait around for someone else to notice.
That's sweet, Caspar. Thanks. Well, since you're offering, why don't you come to my room? I thought of something you can do for me.
Oh?
Your room? Are you redecorating? Or moving out?
You're really oblivious, huh? I don't know what to do with you, Caspar.
I don't follow.
I, could use some help carrying luggage.
Is that it? That's no problem at all.
God damn it, Caspar. That might be one of the most forward things. Probably the most forward support when it comes to that. God damn, okay. I see you, Hilda. And then the final one with Ferdinand.
Oh dear, I'm thirsty again. If only I had a drink.
I have some tea. You are welcome to drink some.
Oh dear, I forgot to get my...
I found it. Here it is.
Oh dear, I didn't return my library book.
I returned your book a little while ago.
Oh, thank you. Ferdinand, how did you get so good at doing things for me? It's like you know what I need before I do.
I have lots of practice fielding your requests. All I need to do is think for a bit, and I know what you need. I can practically read your mind.
Oh, you know what it's like in here, huh? Okay, tell me what I'm thinking about right now.
You want a snack.
Sorry, nice try. Actually, I was thinking I've become quite fond of you.
I suppose that is inevitable. I am rather fond of you as well. I find your laziness endearing.
What do you mean, I suppose that's inevitable? It's like, yep, I knew it. I knew it. It was only a matter of time.
Hey, the fond thing was just a joke. Really. I was thinking about tea. Kinda thirsty.
I admire you, Hilda.
You what?
I said I admire you. You are gifted and accomplished. I used to underestimate you.
I said I was kidding, didn't I? This is all a bit...
You feign sloth to obscure the considerable breadth and depth of your talents. Such delicate discretion, such noble prudence. If only I could emulate it.
I've never been called prudent before, but I like hearing you say it. Thank you. You're good at giving compliments. In return for all your help, I promise that I'll keep being prudent.
I appreciate that. Shall we go?
Huh? Go where?
I thought you wanted some tea. The dining hall is the place for that.
Oh, Ferdinand, you're too kind.
Okay, that was a strange one, but I'm happy to see it all the same. Speaking of Ferdinand, we can get the final Ferdinand Fódlan support.
Fódlan, I hope you will allow me to apologize.
Oh, it's like, speaking of forward, well, okay, Hilda's was about sex. Fódlan here was like just full-on flirting with Ferdinand.
Why would you need to do that?
Last time, when I was working on my armor, you could have been gravely injured. You have been avoiding me ever since, so I want to reiterate how very sorry I am.
I'm not sure that's entirely the case.
So you are not avoiding me?
To be perfectly honest, I felt a bit embarrassed. When you embraced me before, it really caught me off guard. You're surprisingly strong for how slender you appear. Anyway, it all got me rather flustered.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Well, I do train quite often. On the battlefield, it is perfectly common to lift up a wounded comrade. It has nothing to do with your gender. In the heat of the moment, I pay no attention to such things. That is, how I would explain it.
I see. So you have a well of strength for embracing people, it seems.
Well, I would not put it like that. Usually, when I embrace people, it is in the context of battle.
Yeah, I work out to give better hugs.
Is that so? So the embrace was nothing more than a rescue. Perhaps I was flustered needlessly. I wonder if you would consider embracing me when my life is not in peril.
Huh? Why?
Because I'd like to feel that way again. That's why. How about it? Or is your capacity for embracing limited exclusively to warfare?
Oh, I see what is going on here. I had forgotten how charmingly ethereal you can be. Very well. As per your request, I shall embrace you again.
I'm delighted. Does right now work for you?
Why, of course. Easily done. Although, perhaps we shouldn't tell Seta.
Agreed. Better to let this be our little secret.
Okay. Moving on, we have, the Linhart Catherine A+.
So, now you've held Thunderbrand. Learn anything? What's going on? You look like you're going to faint. Is that Thunderbrand's doing?
No, not at all. My body is operating at its normal, healthy level of sleepiness. I felt no effect at all, honestly. Perhaps one exposure to the relic wasn't enough.
Don't tell me you want to get a hold of it again.
Of course not. There is a difference between taking a risk and being a fool. Interesting experiment, though. I used all my might, yet absolutely nothing happened. It seems if one's crest is not compatible, a relic simply will not work. To feel that response, to better understand the bond, that is more than enough for me.
I see. What will you do now? I assume your relic research is complete.
Not at all. I have other clues to follow, experiments to perform. I would be pleased if someone who could use their relic with all their might would join in my research.
Oh, it was just that said. It was just a long pause, so I hit A.
What? You don't mean me, do you?
Now that you mention it, I suppose you would fit the bill.
Also, wait. I'd be pleased if someone who could use the research with all their might. Oh, okay.
Sure seems that's what you were getting at. Fine. When the war's over, I'll help with your research.
Yes, lab rat Catherine.
Oh, you will?
I figure if I don't do it, he'll find some other poor soul to bother. It's like I'm keeping a high-maintenance cat. You're endlessly curious.
I am not being kept. The sentiment is welcome, but I am still not a cat.
Oh, that's how it ends. Good lord. Alright, Petra and Alois, is that the last one? No. Then there's Seteth and Manuela to end it off.
I've shared a fair number of jokes with Petra by now, though there is a strange shame in having to explain them all in detail. Is that Petra? She's talking to some kids.
Our hunting had great success today.
You're amazing, lady. Did you really catch all those birds? How do you even get that good at hunting?
You wish to know the secrets?
Yes, please. Teach us! Teach us!
Hey, Petra, what were you saying just now?
I was asked to tell the secrets of my hunting.
Oh, wait. Are you going to try using...
Training is the most important for hunting. You can start by breaking the ice. Huh?
What?
Wait, I think you mean breaking the ice.
Oh.
You sure broke something there. What I meant was...
That technique was an incredible one. You are the most comedic genius in all of Fódlan.
No, Petra, no.
I don't know if I'd say genius, per se.
I don't really get what they're saying, but it looks like the lady's having fun. Yeah, she's, a pretty funny lady.
I have been called a funny one. It is all because of your doing, Alois.
They seem more shocked than amused.
I want even more improvement. I wish for you to instruct me all day. Will you be agreeing, Professor Alois?
Petra seems to be headed in a strange direction.
Oh, God.
But it is her choice. If she starts telling lots of bad jokes, I hope the people of Bridget don't come after me. Not my fault.
Good lord. Okay. That was a pretty good one. And finally, the Seteth Manuela support.
Manuela, about what we discussed earlier with regard to Saint Cethline, I feel the need to correct your misapprehensions.
Oh, I won't expose your passion to the light of day. I told you I can keep a secret.
That's not it at all. How can I make you see?
You could just tell her.
I suppose there is no other way. Allow me to tell you a very old story.
What kind of story? Is it about your past? Because there's a story I could enjoy hearing.
I once had a wife. She passed from this world a very long time ago.
She's like, oh shit, this got real fast.
She was wise, kind of heart, and always smiling. A most wonderful woman. Not long after we married, we were blessed with a child. A girl.
You had a wife and a daughter? Why would you have kept that secret?
To protect my daughter. That has been my foremost concern ever since I had the misfortune to lose my wife. It is my daughter who resembles Saint Cethline. That is why I make my oath to this statue.
Your story doesn't sound right to me. I don't mind saying it.
Why is that?
When you talked about your ideal woman before, your description was almost exactly Saint Cethline. Now you're telling me your daughter is a perfect match?
Connecting the dots.
It is not an exact resemblance. My daughter, for instance, is neither proper nor quiet.
Oh, goddamn.
In any case, even in matters of love, an ideal seldom lives up to reality. That is the way of the world.
Do it again. Say, the way of the world with a serious face.
What?
You're so stern and proper, but you really can be quite funny. I love a man who can make me laugh.
My wife used to say the same thing. I never quite understood what was so funny.
I sound like your late wife? Don't tell me. I actually resemble her, don't I? Mirror image, I bet.
Absolutely not. Though, no, unthinkable.
He was like, well, maybe.
The way you say it, I suppose I must resemble her a little. Well, isn't that an honor? Say, Sedith, have you ever considered remarrying? You know, just so you're not alone?
It is not a thought that has ever crossed my mind. I have been too preoccupied with fatherhood.
It's been a long time since your wife passed, right? You should start thinking about it. There could be someone who finds you handsome, someone close by, maybe even right in front of you.
Whatever you said just now, I didn't quite hear. But to remarry, I'd never even considered it an option until you brought it up just now. My daughter will not want to remain by my side forever. Perhaps it is time I thought about it.
I'd be happy to help you mull it over if you like. How about tonight? We could go out for a drink.
Are we back to this again? Very well. Just see that you do not drink too much. I would rather not have to carry you home.
I really like that one. I mean, Sentinel supports just in general, they have been really, really good. I'm so happy to finally have seen them. And just all the supports in general, that is it. Like I said, we've probably seen like 90% of all the supports in the game. Which, I think is more than I can say for, I don't know, like Fates? I don't think, well, Shadows of Valentia, I might have seen almost all of them, too. The Fates, I saw a lot. I don't think it was quite that many. But man, and there's a lot of quality here, too. So, good shit. But I think that is gonna do it. Oh, something I guess I will probably remember next time, but, well, maybe. One of the things I did while, oh, hello. While going through getting all the supports, there were a few people who got so close to weapon ranks that I did battle on the final day. The main thing that came out of it was Hanneman reached S in Brawling. So I got rid of whatever the magic blow is called. It's escaping my mind right now. For Brawl Crit plus 10. So he has the plus 30 crit whenever using fists. Should be good. I mean, there's only one map left, so I don't know how involved it'll be, how useful it'll be, but the option's there. But I think the other ones were just like pushing. Oh, Seteth has a rank in Sword, so I can give her Mercurius. That was the other one I wanted to push for. I think the other ones were just like Authority, and like Aloise was close to S rank in Flying, so I pushed him there too, just to have it on the file if I wanted to buy, you know, Authority or Flying that high again. Okay. Not as much, I guess, information as I expected to get, but I guess it'll be just a massive information dump whenever we start this chapter, which I have mixed feelings about. But either way, one video left for this entire journey. It's kind of insane, kind of scary as well, because I'll talk about it more during the credits. But the journey of this doing this YouTube thing, one of the main goals was to play through every single Fire Emblem game. And this is the last one. And I don't necessarily have a plan on what happens after that goal is complete, because it's about to be. So, I don't know. I'm in a bit of a... It's stressful to me. But yeah. Either way, it ends next time. So, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you next time for the grand finale. Bye.